Hey guys, Luis Moreno here with Think Medicare, Think ACA. We're bringing you an exciting product that is talking about Medicare and how you guys can get Medicare leads on social media. Oscar, thank you for being with us today. Oscar's from Scale My Social. What's up, man?
Hey, how's it going, Luis? Everything's good, man. Glad to be here and the opportunity to, once again get together and talk about this. It's exciting. It's doing really well, and agents are really taking to it. So I'm excited to talk about it to your viewers.
Yeah, it's super cool. So we're going to be talking about the Medicare Marketing Pack, and it is a collaboration between three of us, myself, Oscar, and Alex Branding from Agent CRM. He's not going to be on the call today, but I'm going to go over what his component to the course does. But man, let's just dive right in. But before we do, guys, make sure you hit that little thumbs up, like my video. It pushes us out there to more agents. Also, comment. I respond to every single comment that you put, guys, and I'm very timely with it. So if you have a comment or a question, hit us up, and then for sure, I need you guys to subscribe, guys. Help me grow my channel. We're about 200 people away from crossing the 6,000 subscriber threshold. So I would appreciate your support and share me with your colleagues. Okay. All right, guys. So let's get right into this Medicare marketing pack. So here's what originally happened. I had this crazy idea. Now, one thing, us Medicare agents, we are always looking for new clients. And I'm like, hey, how about this? Instead of just putting regular ads out there, hey, are you confused about Medicare? Hey, it's the annual enrollment. I'd be glad to do a review, a complimentary, no obligation review. And the same old yada, 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 every agent does. I thought of, why don't we do a webinar that teaches seniors a little bit about Medicare, tells them about their options, that they can go that way or this way, a Medicare supplement with a PDP or an MAPD. It gives them enough knowledge to know which path they want to go, but then leaves them there. Okay. They're like, okay, I think I'm leaning this way, or I think I'm going this way, but now I need to talk to this agent who just educated me. And then what it does, it allows you to capture some data from them. They book an appointment with you. But what we're really shooting for is for them to pick up the phone and call you, because that now becomes an inbound call. And we've got some procedures in place already, so you can collect that scope. That way you're 100% compliant and you can sell on the spot. Or if they book you, then they book you 48 hours from the time that they signed that scope. That way you're at least meeting that 48-hour rule. That was my crazy idea that I thought of. Man, why don't we do this? So super cool. That's what this entire Medicare marketing pack is all about. But then we're like, uh-oh, how in the heck are we going to get this out there to social media? I don't know how to do that. I came up with the idea and the seminar, and I was like, okay, we need Oscar. So we're going to start off with that, and then we'll build on everything else. So how do you get this Medicare 101 client-facing seminar out to social media? This is Oscar's lane. So Oscar, I'll let you dive into this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think the concept of it, when you came to me with the idea of what you were doing, I immediately just thought, wow, this is going to work, right? Because it helps not just to generate leads, but what it's really doing is it's a process where you're taking a person, a prospect, from the comfort of their own home. You're providing them value right away by saying, hey, here's a free educational event, right? And we deliver video ads. We're using videos to deliver these messages. And you guys have access to all of these video creatives. We're even going to show one of these if we have enough time. And so the idea is that we're capturing that person's interest by providing the value of a free educational event that will answer all the questions about Medicare and the up and coming AEP. We pique interest by talking about all the changes that are coming down the pipeline and how they need to be prepared to make sure that they are not overpaying, to make sure that they're getting all their meds covered. And so we get that interest from them, and then we take them through that entire webinar. So what you're doing in that process is that some folks are going to sit through the entire thing. And those are the people that really, really want the assistance and that help right now. Some folks might only watch half of it or a piece of it, but you're still going to capture their information and give you the opportunity to go after them. The point is that we've created, with really Luis has created with this idea, a funnel, right? A funnel system where you capture low intent, middle intent, extremely high intent prospects into your CRM. And that's where we use obviously agent CRM and all the technology. And, you know, Luis, you've been using agent CRM for years. You've built your entire agency on it. And we'll talk about some of the stuff that you provide in there. But the video creatives are very specific, guys, right? We provide in the marketing pack, which is one of the big values of this, is access to monthly creatives. They're brand new creatives that are made just for you guys and target everything from annual enrollment period, driving people to those webinars. We also provide just regular turning 65 creative videos, Mets Up videos, so that you can use these creatives not just during annual enrollment, but throughout the year. And that's part of the pack. And we do that, supply those creatives every single month. We're adding a few new creatives. And right now we're up to about 10 videos that anybody who's part of the marketing pack has access to and can use inside of their campaigns. One of the biggest things that we're incorporating into this, which is one of the pieces that Alex provides through Agent CRM, is a system called Marketing Plus. This is a revolutionary system that allows an agent to create a Facebook campaign literally within just a few clicks of a button inside of Agent CRM, right? So it's all basically done for you. You have the templates that we provide for your ad creatives. We have the webinar that Luis created that we have now, made available to you guys. And then you have Agent CRM and the Marketing Plus system, which allows you to launch the ads and the campaigns, like I said, in just a few clicks of a button. And this is, again, Luis, one of the biggest things, and why when you brought it to me, I was like, man, this is a home run for an agent or for an agency, really looking to take control of their own marketing.
And with the way the lead scenario is out there and with all the new marketing guidelines, guys, buying leads is going to be tough. All right. I think a lot of these lead companies are going to go out of business because they just can't create leads out there and mass sell them. They got to be specific to an agent. Here's the other deal. And I will warn you guys, we're having to deal this with one of our downline agents. You got to be very careful about live transfers because some of these people, some of these organizations have call centers outside the US where they don't care about following the rules. There's no way they can get sanctioned or fined, but they can definitely get the agent that that call was transferred to. So you got to be super careful about where you're generating these leads. So this is just an avenue for you to generate interest, leads, set yourself up as an expert because your clients will see you. It's just another way to make yourself a little more relevant out there in the market. So let's get into the specifics. So I'm going to cover Alex's part, but you know what, before I even do that, so Oscar has a course that is part of the marketing pack that teaches you how to run ads. So if you don't want to use that revolutionary Marketing Plus that Alex has inside of the CRM that you're getting free for 1 month, okay, Oscar will teach you how to go run the ads. So maybe you learn how to do this, but maybe you want to go run an ad for that, or maybe that, and you're going to know how to do that. Okay, so he has a module inside the branding library that will teach you how to run ads. That alone right there is a done deal. You want to run ads to sell widgets? Go watch that course and you'll learn how to run ads to sell widgets. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So
we cover just to talk a little bit about that, right? We cover in that course, it's 13 modules and it's A to Z, right? It's from the starting point of how to create an ad, how to make a Facebook page, creating an ad account. So from the very, very first steps all the way to advanced techniques like lookalike audiences, retargeting campaigns, dynamic lead forms, how to use the AI features that are now available in Ads Manager. And then I really dive deep into the mindset, right? what can I expect from an ad when I started today? How much money do I put towards it? How do I scale an ad? All these questions that are really, really important, because one of the things I see, Luis, is when folks try to go and start their own ads, they'll start it, and if they don't see these great results within the first couple of days, they'll go and they'll shut it off, not really understanding the right expectation that they take a little bit of time. They take a few days. So I teach you how to look for things from day one, what metrics to follow for you to know that things are moving in the right direction and that you should give that ad enough time to perform. So these are really key benefits and key values that we provide in that entire course, which is available, like you said.
And how many millions of dollars of ad spend are you doing right now?
Yeah, we're up to like 1.3 right now, million a month in ads, all towards insurance. So that's all we focus on. We are completely focused on lead generation, ad management for the insurance world, a ton of Medicare, a ton of final expense. So we are in there, guys. And some of you might know who I am, most of you don't, but I also was an insurance agent. I still have agents under me. So I very much have a cap of just not a marketer. I am an agent, right? I know the ins and outs and the things that we need to focus on to be able to grow our business.
And again, I warn you, vet your lead sources. So you're vetting yourself with this. You're running this ad or this video. And now let's dive into the actual video. So you will get part of the marketing package. You will get the ad copy, which is the ad that they're going to see when they're scrolling on Facebook. And it's a senior talking about Medicare and how you shouldn't just auto renew. And it grabs the attention. And hopefully you have the senior click on the call to action. It's a little button and they click on it and then they sign up for the webinar. Okay.
Yep.
Now what Alex came to is now they're going to have reminders about this webinar. It's going to be a recorded webinar, so they get to watch it. It's going to send them post webinar text messages and emails. And it's also going to pull up a calendar. And this calendar has your phone number where it says call now, and they can call your recorded line so that you can possibly sell them, or they book you. They book an appointment, they sign the scope, and it sends it 48 hours afterwards. So Alex put all that together for you, along with the ability to launch your ad with a matter of clicks or a phone call. You pick up the phone and you call Agent CRM support. They'll guide you to the guys that are handling the Marketing Plus, and they'll get it going for you. I'm kind of using this analogy with agents. Look, it's like a car. Hit the button, turn the key, start it, and take off. That's it. Now, for me, that's all I want to do. I want to get from point A to point B. I don't need to know what the heck is inside the engine. But some of you guys want to dig into the engine. All right, well, if you do, you have the ability to pop the hood open and look inside. But most agents, they're not mechanics. Just go, get to point A and go B and run your ads and get leads and do your thing. Okay. So my webinar, what's the webinar about? Guys, it's all educational. Okay. I have 6 parts to the webinar, and it starts off with what is Medicare. So you may have people that are under 65 that are like, hey, I'm joining Medicare. What is it? Do I need it? What's part A? What's part B? And then it goes into the cost. What is it going to cost me? Then it goes into, well, what does A cover? What does B cover? Very, very general type of stuff. And then we get into the ways to take care of it and how Social Security and Medicare work. And then we get to the part of the enrollment period. So, when should I enroll? Maybe I'm working and I don't need it till after 65. Maybe I'm turning 65, or maybe, what are all the different election or the enrollment periods? All that is covered. And then we finish off with a finale, which is, look, you've got the ability to go this way or this way. And then here are all the pros and cons with this way. And here are all the pros and cons with this way. And then you're like, hey, so here's what I need you to do. You at least have enough knowledge now, Mr. or Mrs. Senior, to know, I think I want to go this way. But now it's a matter of doing our job and finding some solutions to help solve their problem with this path. So that's the webinar. It's really not that, it's kind of crazy that it's not been out there. But that's really all that it does. Okay, so you get Oscar's Facebook marketing course, Masterclass, I think is what you're calling it, right?
Yep.
So you get all that, you get his knowledge, you get everything that he does. You get the webinar in the box from Agent CRM. So you get 1 month of Agent CRM, you get 1 month of Marketing Plus, which is done for you kind of stuff. And then also, in addition to giving you the webinars, guys, you're going to get my workflows. And Alex, we came up with a great name for them, workflows that cash flow. Now, these workflows, guys, they make me a ton of money. All right. I've got workflows, and in general, I'm going to tell you what it is. So a workflow is a job. Okay. It is a series of actions. There are things that this workflow is going to do without you having to physically or manually do it. So a workflow is the actions that I have set up, or emails and text messages that will be going out to whoever this workflow is set up for. So one of the workflows that I have set up is when you go and enroll somebody, typically us agents, we move on to the next one and we kind of like, hey, this one's in the bag, we're done. Okay, well, maybe not. They can get out of the bag, all right? So I have some post-enrollment workflows where I email and text the client, hey, Mrs. Jones, we enrolled you with Aetna. Hey, by the way, I want to give you some information about Aetna. Here's the portal, or here's the website for you to go and create your account. If they have the ability to get an app on the phone, I give them that information. Then I will get them, tell them, look, here is their customer service number. In a couple of weeks, you're going to be receiving your enrollment kit, your enrollment packet. If you have customer service issues, Aetna is going to be your first point of contact, because I can't help you. I can't change your PCP. I can't look at your claims. There's just not much that they allow us agents to do. And then I put the link to the provider directory. I put the link to the formulary. And so they get all that. Okay, and that's done. So every carrier, most of the carriers I have links for. And if there's one that I don't have, well, then all you have to do is duplicate it, change the name, and change the contact info for that carrier. Very easy to do. All right, that's one of the workflows. I have another one. This second workflow, what it does is when that one finishes, the second one starts. The second one is a post-enrollment workflow that they get all through September. And it reminds them of all the benefits that they have on that plan. It tells them, Mrs. Jones, you got dental, go use it. Mrs. Jones, you got vision. Mrs. Jones, you got OTC. And la, 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 it hits them up all year long. It cross-sells FE for you, final expense. It will cross-sell hospital indemnity. It will just try to work for you. Okay. Then that workflow will end at the end of September, and another one starts. And guess what's happening in September, guys? You Medicare agents should know this because it's happening right now, is our clients are getting ANOC letters, annual notice of changes. So a new workflow starts that says, hey, Mrs. Jones, be on the lookout for this letter. It's called the annual notice of change. And what it's going to do, it's going to let you know what the differences are between your current year plan and next year. So there could be good and bad. All right. There's a lot of changes happening right now. So review it. Call me. I'll help you go over it with you, and we'll find out if that's still going to be the best plan for you or not. And if it's not, we'll find you another plan. But call me. Then in October, though, as this workflow is continuing in October, starts reminding them about AEP. Okay. And then it ends in December. Okay. So those are all, it's like you hired somebody to do all that for you. It's already done. It's easy. Now, those help keep money, help keep your clients. The one that I love is my turning 65. Now, you agents know you will probably sell your least favorite kid. You might sell a kidney to get your hands on a list of 65, of turning 65. And you know there's no list out there. If you're a new agent, back in the day when I fell for it. Like, look, we're going to give you this turning 65 list. It's beautiful. I'm like, I'll take it. All right, guys, there is no such list. Okay, the carriers have their list. They got unlimited budgets, millions and millions and millions of dollars. They advertise. They get these leads, and guess what they do with them? They're not going to give them to you. They're not stupid. They spent the money. What they're going to do is they're going to give them to their internal sales guys. All right. So they're going to pick it over, and they're going to pick it over good. All right. Then you have crumbs. They're going to take these crumbs and they're going to give them to all of the FMOs out there. Okay. They're like, here you go, guys. And then the FMOs sit there and they'll get the crumbs. And then what the FMOs do is they send them out to the agents. Hey, agents, we got great turning 65 leads. Here you do. Here, I'll give you this piece of crap list, but you got to move your contracts to us. And a lot of agents that don't know any better, well, there they go. There's the carrot. And then they get these crumbs that, I mean, you got to dial 1,000 to get one. I mean, I did it and I'm like, no, hell no. All right. So the turning 65 list that I just said doesn't exist. Well, you're going to create your own turning 65. So I created a workflow. What this workflow does is all of your contacts that are inside the agent CRM, as long as you have a date of birth. Okay, it doesn't work if you don't put a date of birth. But as long as you put the date of birth, what it does is it mines your data. And as they turn 65, I took a picture of this thing. It might be a little hard to see, but let me share with you what this picture looks like. All right, I'm going to make this thing as big as I can. Okay. Nope, that's not it. Come on. I have it. Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's see if I can make this thing big. Might be a little hard to see, but what does that say, Oscar? Is it hard?
Yeah, it says, hey, Luis Moreno, this contact is now turning 64 and a half. In 11 months, get them in your office to enroll them. Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Get off
what a
your
great
butt.
message to get. Yeah.
Yes, get them in your office, dumb. That's exactly what the automation that I created says. Get them in your office. So
right.
It notifies me when they're turning 65, guys, or 64 and a half. That way, the workflow, and I'm going to share this story because I am super proud of this thing. I was in Moab taking pictures. Okay, that's my hobby. So I'm over there in a photography workshop, and so most of the picture taking is done at sunrise and sunset. So it's like 2 o'clock, and I'm in bed, and I get a phone call, and I look at it, I'm like, God, I'm on freaking vacation. Why does my phone work? I'm like, let me just answer it. I answer the phone, like, hey, this is Luis. How can I help you? Hey, Luis, this is so and so, and it's one of my ACA clients. He's like, hey, man, I just got my Medicare card. I've been following your instructions, and literally they followed my instructions to the T, and they enrolled in Medicare AEP. They got the card. The one of the instructions, one of the text messages say, hey, call Luis once you get your card. So they're calling me. I'm like, hey, can you text it to me? This guy sends me his card. He's got A and B with an effective date of like 9/1, and this was in August. I'm like, beautiful. Now, guess what? Oscar, this was a call-in to me. All right. Do I have to wait 48 hours? Nope. No. I'm like, hey, hold on, buddy. I click the record. I start recording my conversation. I do my disclaimer, and I'm like, let's get this thing done. I scope them on the spot, and I'm like, all right, give me your docs and your meds. He gave me his docs and meds, and I found the plan. I enrolled them while I'm sitting there in bed. All right. I was sitting there in my underwear. I sold a policy. So easy. And then on top of that, HRA money. And then I'm like, hey, I also sold them a hospital indemnity. I think I walked away with an $800 or $900. Now, here's what the crazy thing was. This happened twice when I was there. Twice. Man, how cool. So, man, that's just one of those workflows that's in there among others. So,
fantastic. That's fantastic.
It is so cool to get your own leads from your own book of business, and you guys know that those are super easy. Turning 65, so you can't get any easier than those guys. So all that is in the marketing pack, guys. You get me, you get Agent CRM and Alex Branding, and you get Oscar from Scale My Social. You get his knowledge, his expertise on advertising on social media so that you guys can make this happen. So how do they make this happen, Oscar?
Simple. They visit the link that's going to be right below. It'll be listed. You guys can click on it. It literally takes 2 seconds to set it up, guys. And once you're set up on it, you'll have instructions on how to use it. You'll be able to set up your onboarding call. If you're not an Agent CRM user, you set up an onboarding call. They'll take you through the entire thing. Here's a big piece that we still got to talk about too is you get all these components that each one of us really created, and then you actually get us once a month, right? Because we do a mastermind marketing call, guys, once a month. We just had the first one. I wasn't able to be there. I was on vacation and my 4-year-old cracked his head open and I had to rush him to the hospital. So I couldn't make the call. But once a month, guys, Alex, Luis, myself, we get on a call with every single person that's part of the marketing pack, and we go through everything, answer questions about it. We talk about what we're using. Me specifically, I'll talk about what's working right now with our agency clients, with our independent agents where we're doing their ad management. And Luis is going to talk about, tips and tricks on how to run your agency, how to grow it. And Alex will talk about agent CRM, right? How to get the most out of the CRM. And in addition to, I think you said, Luis, it's only an hour, but you were on for almost 2 hours just talking to people. Yeah. So
it was cool.
it just, yeah, well, you connect with other people, right? And being able to tap into this resource is huge, guys, especially if you're new. If you're a newer agent, you're just starting out, what a resource to be able to speak to somebody like Luis every single month and pick his brain about how to run an agency, how to build a book, and all the things that are so important. So yeah, it's one of the key components as well. So yeah, so just click below. It's in the description. And if you have any questions, obviously reach out to us. We're here to help.
And also up here, guys, I'll put the link for you to get this marketing pack. It is $9.97, guys. All right, it's a little investment, but let's talk about ROI. Guys, all that you need is 2 new to Medicare, 1 new to Medicare, 1 flip, where they have a plan already and you're moving them to a better plan. That's all you need. And you've got this thing already set up forever. It is your course, guys. Okay, it is gonna be your course. So that is how quick you can get your return on the investment and then make money after it. Usually, guys, what I've seen out there on products and stuff that you get, the ROI takes a year. Okay, it takes a while. This one literally within a month. If you're any good, you should get your money back immediately and then start making a profit beyond that. And then you have a skill. You have a skill. At this point, you have a skill where you're like, all right, I know how to create ads because I watched Oscar's course. I know how to use CRM. And now if you just want to make your own ads for maybe other products, other lines of business that you sell, it's going to be a piece of cake. So we give you that ability. Or you just go to the Marketing Plus, click. I was shocked. There's stuff there for auto insurance, home insurance. I'm like, all right, this is so easy. We're going to go start clicking away. And then also, here's what we're bringing to you soon, guys. When I say soon, I'm talking late September, for sure, early October. We are bringing you an add-on. That is the ACA marketing pack, where it's the same similar concept, a similar sales webinar, but again, ultimately is geared for the under 65 market. And same concept where we're hoping they're going to book an appointment or they're going to call you. And in that case, there's no SOA rules. You just do your thing, you write them up, and you are set. So that's coming. We're working on all the logistics to get that ready, and we'll be pushing that to you guys. And it's going to be an add-on to the marketing plan that you can purchase for the Medicare marketing pack if you decide to purchase the ACA. Okay, and I think at that point, once they get that add-on, if we think of any other add-ons, they just come pre-built, right?
Yeah, once you get the add-on, the initial rollout will be ACA, but I think we're also gearing up for, final expense early in
Right.
January and some of these other lines of insurance that I think these type of online webinar, educational events, it's just a great idea, guys. And what'll happen is others will catch on, right? Other people will see it and they'll start catching on to it. So the time is now to start setting up these campaigns, to start taking advantage of this and building a book across not just Medicare but potentially other lines of insurance as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool, man. And I'm thinking I've had my best life year this year, so I'm excited. I'm not really a
Mhm.
big life guy, but man, we this morning I was another call and they're like, we're number one here in our district for life insurance within the farmers community. Okay, I'm
Wow.
at 93, 94 policies sold year to date, and a lot of it is coming from cross-selling our existing book of business. I've got a little
Sure.
video that I put out. I mean, it's so rudimentary. I mean, I imagine if I really put it together, which, maybe we need to bring out after the ACA, we bring out a life component, maybe a final expense
Yeah.
component, and at that point, and maybe even just a huge cross-sell ancillary component. That'd be cool where we come up with a pack for dental and vision. Because guys, I will tell you,
Sure.
you think dental vision is a joke? Man, it brings about $3 to $4 grand a month to me every
You
month.
got it.
That's a mortgage
Yeah.
payment. Okay, just from selling ancillary. Hey, do you want dental vision? It's like asking for you want fries with that? You want a
That's
large?
right.
That's
That's
it.
right.
It's literally, yeah, I'll take
Yeah.
it. Sure, I'll give it to you. And just you knock it out. So a lot of exciting stuff we're bringing to you guys. We're fired up. Any final words, Alex? I mean, I'm sorry, Oscar. I keep Alex thinking
No.
AUCRM.
No. I mean, this is it. I think it's an investment into yourself, into your business. It gives you so much structure because you have the CRM, you have the ads, you have the course, you have everything, guys. So this is just going to set you up, and it's going to return money back to you if you commit to it and you use the program properly. This thing is going to be a huge return on investment to you. We already have agents that have been using it, right? We talked about it in the last marketing call that you guys did, the mastermind. Agents that are already running it, and getting leads at under $11 a pop already. So it's working. It's out there, guys. Jump on. AEP is right around the corner. You got to get ready. So, let's do it. I'm excited to see the people in the marketing and the mastermind marketing calls that we'll have once a month.
And remember, guys, this is just not an AEP tool. This is an all year long tool. Okay, so don't think,
Correct.
oh, I'm just going to use it and shut it down. No, you can keep this going all year and generate leads. Remember, we have special
Absolutely.
elections, crazy special elections. Next year, we're losing some. We're losing, it's going to get a little difficult, but we'll still have plenty of elections to write business, along with new people turning 65. So this is a year-round marketing product for you for Medicare. All right, guys. Well, thanks again. Down below, I'm going to have my info. I will post Oscar's info. If you want to connect with him on advertising, again, that's what he does. I'll have his info down below. I'll have the link to the marketing pack down below so that you'll get that. And I appreciate it. Don't forget, I need 3 things.
Awesome.
Like the video. Give me that thumbs up, guys. Comment. Give me a comment. Tell me, hey, whatever. I'll answer it. If I can't answer it and it's more of a technical, I'll shoot it to Oscar. I'll shoot it to Alex and see if they can chime in. And then don't forget, I need you to subscribe to the channel. Let's get this thing to 6K and then on to the next goal. Thank you again, guys. Appreciate your time.
Awesome.